Okay, let's talk about parallel lines. Now, lines with the same gradient are referred to as being parallel. So we could say that in terms of their gradients, they are the same. So if we've got two lines, just like this, y is equal to 4x minus 4 and y is equal to 4x plus 2, well, you can see that they have the same coefficient on the x value. Therefore, they have the same gradient. That means that they are the same gradient. M is equal to 4. And if we were to graph that, you would see that these two lines, in fact, are parallel. Okay, that's pretty easy. If they have the same gradient, they are parallel lines. So we might get asked a question that might look maybe a little bit something like this. So we might be asked to show that a line, AB, is parallel to the line CD. Okay, so let's have a look. Here's our points for A, B, C and D. So, of course, for each of these, we would need to be able to find the gradient of these. So I start with my line AB. I will use my good old line, my gradient rule, y2 take y1 over x2 take x1, and I would see that my gradient is indeed 2. I would then do the same thing for my line CD, and we would find that the gradient is also 2. Okay, so now because they are the same, we can say that the gradient of AB is equal to the gradient of CD, which is equal to 2. Therefore, the two lines are parallel. Now, I hope you can see this funny little symbol here between AB and CD. That is the symbol we use to represent the fact that they're parallel. We'll give one more example of another question that you might see. Okay, this one. We've got our question. Show that the points A, there's point A, point B and point C are collinear. That's this word. What does collinear mean? Collinear means that they are all on the same line. Okay, so how would we prove that? Well, we do know that M1 is equal to M2 if we're talking about if they're parallel. Remember we said M1 is equal, I put the wrong thing there in the middle, didn't I? Whoopsie daisy. It should have been equal. So if our two gradients are equal, then they're all on they're the same. They're the same, they're parallel lines. So if we could show that a line AB has the same gradient as a line, say, BC, that means that they would be parallel, be the same gradient, and because they had the same point, that means that they would all be on the same line. Okay, so let's do that. Let's find firstly our gradient of gradient of AB, and there it is there. I get a half. I then find my gradient of BC, which is also a half. So I can say, well, since the two gradients are equal, then AB and BC must be parallel. And since B is common, ABC must be collinear. Okay, so that's our parallel lines. Parallel lines are pretty easy to deal with. Same gradient, it's a parallel line. Okay.